Explore the secrets of Christian history in the vault of Christian mysteries. Subscribe and join us on a journey through the mysteries of the Christian faith. Imagine a world where ancient prophecies are coming to life before our very eyes. A world where cutting-edge technology, like artificial intelligence, weaponized drones, satellite communications, the internet, and even social media could be the key to unlocking parts of the apocalyptic and prophetic biblical mysteries foretold thousands of years ago. Could it be that the rise of AI, the proliferation of drones, and the advent of global surveillance are fulfilling the ominous visions seen by prophets like Daniel and John? What if the Antichrist, the beast, and the mark of the beast are closer to reality than we ever imagined, and the coming of the Lord is very, very close? Join us as we embark on a fascinating journey to explore how the Bible's most mysterious prophecies might be unfolding before our eyes and literally in our hands in today's technologically advanced world. In a time when AI dominates headlines and technological advancements accelerate at an unprecedented pace, understanding these connections has never been more intriguing or more thrilling. As Jesus reminds us in Luke 21:28, "Now when these things begin to take place, straighten up and raise your heads, because your redemption is drawing near." The Bible's apocalyptic literature, such as the Book of Revelation and the Book of Daniel, uses vivid symbolism and imagery to convey profound truths. These ancient texts were designed to speak to their readers in a language rich with meaning and mystery. There was no other way for the ancient writers to communicate to those early readers of Scripture the technological developments that would come in the future, let alone understand it all themselves. They could only describe what they were seeing in visions in terms of the mythological, or in references to other literature of the age in which they lived. For instance, when John, in the Book of Revelation, describes locusts with scorpion stings, it might have seemed like pure fantasy to ancient readers. But today, we can draw startling parallels with modern drones equipped with weaponry that fly like and even look similar to locusts. By interpreting these symbols through the lens of contemporary technology, we uncover a deeper, more intriguing understanding of how these prophecies might be manifesting in our time. Let's develop this idea further as we consider modern technology and apocalyptic interpretation of these areas of Scripture. Continue watching as we take a deeper and fascinating dive into how AI robotics and a kind of godlike AI knowledge could impact the world. AI's collection of worldwide data, including even personal data like credit card data, GPS data, health data, and so much more, could play a role in the power and influence of the Antichrist and the Beast. The rise in global communication. In Revelation 1:7 it is written, "Behold, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him, even those who pierced him, and all tribes of the earth will wail on account of him." Imagine the global spectacle this prophecy envisions, where every eye will see a singular event. In today's world, and really for some time now, this is made possible through the reach of satellite television, the internet, social media, live streaming, smartphones, screens in almost every corner of our world, from building-sized screens in major cities to the small screens we carry in our personal pockets, all enabling real-time broadcast to every corner of the globe. Consider world events like September 11th, or watching real-time streaming of the pilot's view in his cockpit as he is on a bombing mission. Drones and advanced weaponry. Revelation 9:3-10 presents a vivid image of locusts with the power to sting like scorpions. They are described as having the appearance of horses prepared for battle, with crowns of gold and faces like human faces. This eerie description might have seemed fantastical to ancient readers, but today we can see a striking resemblance to modern drones equipped with advanced weaponry. These unmanned aerial vehicles, with their capacity to hover and strike with precision, mirror the destructive potential described in this apocalyptic vision. Additionally, Daniel 7:7-8 describes a terrifying and dreadful beast with great iron teeth, devouring and breaking into pieces. This imagery aligns with the concept of powerful military technologies that can cause widespread destruction. In Revelation, AI can generate convincing deepfakes and simulate events, leading to widespread deception. Or have you ever watched robotic fighting machines that are hit with artillery, knocked down, and then rise up again? Similarly, Daniel 8:23-25 describes a king of bold face who understands riddles and causes deceit to prosper. His power is great, but not by his own power, reflecting the external influence that could be akin to AI-driven power. Revelation 13:16 and 17 warns of a time when no one can buy or sell unless they have the mark of the beast on their right hand or forehead. This prophecy speaks to a system of economic control that could be implemented through modern technologies like digital currencies and biometric identification systems. Imagine a future where transactions are conducted through digital means, and access to these systems is restricted to those who bear a specific mark or identification. Economic control and the mark of the beast. One of the most chilling prophecies is found in Revelation 13, 16 and 17, which speaks of a mark that people must receive on their right hand or forehead to buy or sell. This mark of the beast symbolizes a system of total economic control. Today we see the rise of digital currencies and biometric identification systems. Already, it is not hard to find news stories of people having microchips placed in their hands with the use of a tiny, painless injection. These chips will likely initially be used favorably to keep medical data for emergencies, reduce identity theft, and for individuals not wanting to deal with carrying credit and debit cards. However, perhaps after a terrorist unleashes a terrible catastrophe or another global pandemic, governments could easily demand the use of this technology in the name of the common good or global security. Society would quickly adopt and accept this invasion of privacy in much the same way as we have become non-resistant to the lack of privacy and tracking of cell phones, social media, health records, and shopping data. What starts out as convenient and even fashionable could quickly escalate to a level of governmental control, targeting those deemed a threat to the common good. Those who comply with a digital identification mandate will have access, while dissenters will find survival nearly impossible without the mark. Yet for the majority, this will be seen as a trendy and acceptable idea, easily handled at a walk-in clinic. This scenario grows more plausible as digital payment technologies and biometric security measures advance. Most people under 50 rarely carry cash anymore, with coins becoming relics of the past, and touch-to-pay technology becoming ubiquitous at gas pumps and retail registers. This would make it very simple for a government to ban the purchase and sale of cryptocurrency, as well as to arrest anyone who refuses to have an implanted chip that does not align with their idea of what is best for society as a whole. The one world government, the beast and the Antichrist could all readily carry this out. More on this in a moment. Stick with us for a few more minutes. The Antichrist's influence. The Bible speaks of a figure known as the Antichrist, who will exert a powerful and deceptive influence over the world. In 2 Thessalonians 2, 3 and 4, it says, "Let no one deceive you in any way, for that day will not come unless the rebellion comes first, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the son of destruction, who opposes and exalts himself against every so-called God or object of worship, so that he takes his seat in the temple of God, proclaiming himself to be God." This description portrays the Antichrist as a figure of great authority and blasphemy. In our technologically advanced world, such influence could be amplified by modern communication tools and AI. Imagine an Antichrist figure using AI to have a kind of all-knowing power, as AI may someday gain access to every bit of data out there, including all of our personal data. Not only can AI possibly access this data someday, as there are only a few worldwide cloud data services like AWS, but AI then learns from this data at lightning speed and could give almost unlimited advice and information to the Antichrist. Perhaps this ties into the beast itself, with the ability to manipulate information, control media, and spread false teachings globally, creating an illusion of omnipresence and omniscience. The beast's authority and persecution. Revelation 13, 7 and 8 reveal that the beast was given authority over every tribe, people, language, and nation, and all who dwell on the earth will worship it. The word worship in the text can certainly mean falling down on one's knees, but it can also mean giving great reverence and respect to. Think of who most of us are who already believe and trust Google's search results and respect them as highly accurate. And if we don't, the younger generation certainly does. You've heard them. I'll just Google it. AI is quickly becoming even more trusted due to its ability to drive cars, fly modern fighter jets, and more. This global authority and reverent respect that the Bible indicates that the beast will quickly obtain mirrors the potential for modern technology to centralize power and control into one individual or government system. Far from being afraid of it, the majority of the world will completely trust it and worship or respect it. Furthermore, Revelation 13:15 describes the beast's eventual ability to give breath to its image, causing it to speak and decree death to those who refuse to worship it. This can be likened to AI and robotics creating lifelike representations that can enforce the beast's decrees. Additionally, in Daniel 7:21, the little horn is described as making war against the saints and prevailing over them. This persecution could be facilitated by advanced surveillance through GPS and AI and cyber warfare technologies, targeting those who resist the beast's rule. AI and deceptive wonders. Artificial intelligence has the potential to perform wonders that could deceive many. Revelation 13:13 and 14 speak of the second beast performing great signs, even making fire come down from heaven to earth. We can readily imagine this fire from heaven being carried out by weaponized laser satellites, such as those that most likely already exist in clandestine form. In a world where AI can create highly convincing simulations and deepfakes, potentially even taking on the appearance of a very human-looking leader, these deceptive wonders could easily mislead people. Daniel 8:23 and 25 describes a king of bold face who understands riddles and causes deceit to prosper. Modern technology can indeed play a role in fulfilling biblical prophecy, and it is not hard to see we could quickly be moving toward the coming of the Lord. It could happen any moment. What is the takeaway from all of this for us today? As we have explored, the connections between ancient biblical prophecies and modern technological advancements are both fascinating and thought-provoking. From global surveillance and AI to digital currencies and biometric identification, these technologies could play a significant role in the fulfillment of these prophecies. While we cannot know for certain how these events will unfold, it is crucial to remain vigilant and discerning in our rapidly changing world. The Bible calls us to understand the times, much like the men of Issachar who knew what Israel ought to do. 1 Chronicles 12:32. Jesus also admonished the people to interpret the signs of the times. Matthew 16:2 and 3. As we see these developments, we are reminded of Jesus' words as he spoke prophetically while on earth. Now when these things begin to take place, straighten up and raise your heads, because your redemption is drawing near. Luke 21:28. By understanding the potential implications of these advancements, we can better prepare for the future and stay true to our faith. Paul's exhortation in Romans 13:11 urges us to wake from sleep, for salvation is nearer to us now than when we first believed. Let us remain awake and sober, as children of light, ready for the Lord's return. 1 Thessalonians 5:1-6. We live in exciting times as believers. If you do not have a faith-only based relationship with God through Jesus Christ, we invite you to learn more at Share the Bible. You can find a link in the description. Stay vigilant, stay discerning, and stay hopeful, for our redemption as believing Christians draws near.